Hello everyone, I am the MercilessWalrus, and this is my first video for Call of Starcraft. This is a great channel, I'm really happy to be a part of it, and I hope we'll have a lot of good videos out here in the future. Now, I had my first video done, and I decided the commentary and the gameplay was kinda weak. Here, let me speed this up. So, I decided to redo it, and I actually switched the gameplay out with this. This is a much closer game. It lasts like 36 minutes for a 1v1. I am the blue Protoss, playing against the red Zerg. Now, as I said, very close game, and the final score, I don't know if any of you pay attention to the score at all. Final score is 84,000 to 83,000. I do win this one, thank God, but such a close game. So I'm going to keep the first half sped up for the most part. He's getting a spawning pool. Let me now slow it down a bit. Take game speed, and I am building photon cannons. This is typically the strategy I go for when I am playing as Protoss against Zerg. Against any other race, I typically go with a gateway or two gateways off the start because I don't fear the rush as much. But as kind of expected, he does rush me, and I believe he has his Zerglings coming up over here. Looks like 4 Zerglings. So, going for the early photon cannons right now, not a bad idea. I do believe I get the photon cannons up in time. Now, since this is a map with multiple areas where you could possibly spawn, he does need to take a few guesses. He does get on the second try, but luckily both photon cannons are up. I do think he's going to get at least one of them through. And one of them survives, but my Zealot comes out just as it gets through, so he will wreak minimal havoc. And I'll slow it down to actual game speed now. Yeah. So overall, in terms of economy, I am beating him, but he's going for an expansion already, being a little aggressive in that sense. And at this point, oh shit, what just happened? At this point, I'm just building up my defenses a little more because there is a decent chance he could get another Zergling attack in. Since I know that he did get a couple of them through, just want to be a little safe. So now I'm just building up a small Zealot counterattack. I know he's probably going to be a little weak. Typically, Zerg armies just Zerg defenses, by my knowledge, aren't too complicated. Just a army of Zerglings or Roaches and a queen or two to defend. He actually does have a spine crawler. I don't think that'll be enough to defend against my 5 Zealots now. And I'm going for Cybernetics Core. I think one of the good strategies to go for at this point is to go for Void Rays and eventually, if necessary, Colossi. And that's what I end up doing, but you will see it kind of works for me, but kind of backfires. So I'll just speed it up as my Zealots move in. So they are going forward. Back in his base, let's see what he has. Roach Warrens, so obviously he is going for Roaches, as I kind of expected. And now I attack. And I kind of didn't expect him to have this expansion up already. This was a bit of a surprise, to be honest. But it ends up working out for me. I absolutely wreak havoc on this expansion. Take out the Spine Crawler and the Queen, as well as that one. And back in my base, I am now going more so for Stalkers, as most Protoss players would, as you kind of are entering the mid-game. And, oh, he actually takes out my Zealots. I don't remember that happening. That's about it. Have my Stargate ready to get some Void Rays out there. And back in his base, not too much new to put out there. Still only going for Roaches and Zerglings at the moment. Yeah, as you can see, he is definitely going for a Roach attack. I don't think he'll have quite enough to break through my photon cannons, though, so should be a close one. Might as well speed this area up, too. I'm sorry if this commentary sounds a little monotone or not too much strategy involved. This is my first real StarCraft 2 commentary I'm putting on a channel that is used to StarCraft 2 commentaries, so apologize if I don't sound up to par. And one thing, if you have any criticism or changes that you would make to the way I played, tell me in the comments. And also to the commentary, if you have any tips that would make it a little better, feel free to let me know. As he comes in with his little attack. Over here I am building a second base, or an expansion, or whatever you want to call it. And I do have a respectable sized army. I don't think 9 roaches would be able to beat that at the moment. And we can see back over near his expansion, same sort of stuff, just a queen, a spine crawler, that's it. All over here, he does have a hydralisk den, so that's something to watch out for in the future. And he's just waiting. Speed this up. And I actually send my probes over to here just to strengthen this base up. And you're going to see in the end of the game, that's the base I end up falling back to when things get really close. So he is still just waiting there. I don't really know what he's waiting for, but he is going now more so on Hydralisk. He already has 4 of those out. So it should be interesting to see what he does with that. And now he's moving his roaches in finally, just going to destroy those rocks. I think I hear him destroy the rocks actually as that happens. When he finally does, I have a force waiting for him or some shit like that. But now I'm going and finally going to destroy this base right here.